black male, I see that that's a positive thing that I can bring to try to help another black male.
Yeah.
And our stigma that we got on each other right now is that we're our worst enemy.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? If I see you have a business over here, why can't I, if I'm in a position to help that business or help you, not help the business, just help you, give you a leg. Shoot, it may not be nothing. You was taking picture of high school team, but that may have helped you in another way of getting better opportunities.
Yeah.
That's one thing that I feel that I'm here for in this world, is to do certain things like that, because you got other black male figures out here that talk the talk but they don't walk the walk, and I'm the one that don't need notoriety for it.
So you're now tuned in to WayOfWalton podcast. I'm Jaylen Walton, sitting here with David Jones. I appreciate you coming out and coming to the show and just talking to us a little bit. How you doing today?
First and foremost, I appreciate you having me on. I know we've been trying to, get on for several times now. Finally get able to do it, and I actually got to see a nice place here that I haven't seen before, and I've been here about 4 years now at the library here, so it's pretty nice. But I've been doing good. It's dead period right now, so we're just wrapping stuff up, getting ready for season, and getting ready for the 2022 season, and getting ready to go.
Yeah. So what's your football background like?
So a little bit about my football background. I'm from Southern West Virginia. A lot of people know Randy Moss, so I always tell them I'm from where Randy Moss is from. I played football, high school football at Belfry High School in Pike County. After I left from Belfry, I went to the University of Kentucky, where I played for 4 years for Rich Brooks. After I left from Kentucky, I got the opportunity to play at the Ravens. And after the Ravens and all that good stuff, I went and played arena football. So I played out in Salt Lake City, Utah, and also played in Green Bay, and also played in Seattle, Washington. It's called Spokane, Washington. So I've had a great career, successful career. I was one of those guys, I never chased a dream. So after all that was finished, I got into coaching, and I actually started out in middle school. Didn't want to do it at all. We had a teacher of ours, a buddy of mine actually, that I knew. His son, he was born prematurely, and he couldn't finish the season, so I stepped in and finished the season with a bunch of sixth graders. And it was an experience, and it was an experience I thought that I'd never experienced, because I did never in my life dream of me being a coach. That wasn't even in my plans, and I fell in love with it. So after that, I started coaching. I retired from football. I started coaching at Belfry, and then I ultimately got a head coaching opportunity at Phelps High School, a single A school in Eastern Kentucky, and and after that, I'm here at Bourbon County. This is my final destination, I say, because I'm not looking to move nowhere else after this. I'll be finished with coaching and all that, but we just been trying to build all the programs from our youth up, because it's the only way you're going to build your high school program. So we've been trying to build and all that good stuff, and we're finally to a point where hopefully this year you'll be able to see some success from where we've been rebuilding the last 4 years.
So there's a lot of unpack. So as far as Belfry, what was it like, kind of going to school there?
So Belfry is a very rural area, just like this area. The West Virginia side is more, I can put, is like your Paris side. The Belfry side is more like your Bourbon County side. So it's two different sides to it. But it is very much like this area. It's small. Everybody knows everybody. The difference is we have mountains, y'all have farms and flat land here, so we do a lot of stuff in the mountains and stuff. But and school wise, there's one school in Belfry, there's one school in Mingo County, West Virginia, where I'm from. So actually two, but one where I'm from in that area. So it's identical like this place. That's why it was such a homey feel when I first came up here.
Yeah, because I mean, being from Paris, like I think of Belford, yeah, like you said, just a lot of mountains.
Yeah.
I didn't even think like there's a lot of black people over
Yeah,
there.
and it's a lot of mixture. That's why I say it's just like here. It's a lot of mixture back home. You know, I know I was talking with one guy, and he was like, "Man, there's black people live down there." I was like, "I think so," you know, but yeah, man, it's a major diversity down there. You know, because you know, like I said, we're right on the border, and we have University of Pikeville right there. So a lot of their families, a lot of kids, they stay, and you know, they build families back there and all that good stuff.
Yeah. So, like, talk about a little bit about the tradition. Like, 'cause, they won how many state championships?
So they won 9 state titles. Yeah, and you know, I was fortunate enough. I was a part of. I played in 2. I won as a junior and senior.
Yeah.
And I was a part of 3 as a coach there also. You know, they've been very successful, and you know, Phil Haywood is the reason why they're successful. They got a great leader, and you know, he does a lot for the Belfry community. You know, he's not even from Belfry. He actually started out his coaching career at Tates Creek High School here in Lexington. But you know, he came back there. He built a foundation, and he got the community support. And as you can tell, it's a powerhouse. You know, we got 9 state titles. They've been to the state championship game, I think, around 14, 15 times. And you know, the tradition is you know, is state or nothing. So you know, that's a great tradition that they have, and it started within the school and in the community.
Yeah. So how do you bring like the mentality from Belfry to Bourbon County?
Basically, you know, the only thing we're doing is it's basically each place has their tradition, and a lot of first year coaches or new coaches that comes into towns and stuff like that, they don't understand that. But what I'm doing is I'm not trying to take away Bourbon County tradition. I'm trying to bring it back, because everyone knows that, you know, it doesn't matter where you're at. Tradition tends to fall off when older guys leave, and the same people's not within the program that used to be, that when the tradition it leaves. So you know, the main thing is bringing that Bourbon County tradition back. I've hired several coaches that's from Bourbon County. I got a great mentor that's from Bourbon County. You know, and just inviting these older players back into the program. You know, the main guy that I got here that's been helping me since day one is Mr. Trumbo. You know, he's been helping me from, like as soon as I stepped on campus. And that is the type of tradition. He brings me articles, he brings me this, he brings me that. Like, that is the type of tradition that I'm trying to bring back. We got certain little activities that we're starting to do that you'll see a lot this year. Since COVID is gone, we brought back a memorial wall. It's the past players that's been successful, that got into college, that's done, you know, great in the community and stuff like that. So we're going to praise those guys, because that's how you're going to keep on bringing, you know, you're going to get success or whatever, but you're going to bring that tradition back, and you know, they're going to want to be a part of it and, you know, help out, because you're going to have alums to help out with things you want to do and improve at your program. Yeah.
Do you think that helps, like, your players just to see it, and just to see that they get coached by people who play at the next level? And
I think it helps tremendously. You know, we just hired a guy that just now finished college football at University of Kentucky, Austin Dotson. He was a part of the Big Blue Wall. The thing about Austin, the reason why I got him in is, you know, he was coached by a coach that he can bring some knowledge to these kids that I couldn't give them. You know, and that was one big reason why we hired him, is the knowledge that he has. He just come out of you know, college ball, where they're wanting to be. You know, he's like a cheat sheet. You know, why not listen to? He just now done this. Why not listen to him? It'll be on you if you don't listen to him and you know, succeed in that matter. But just hiring guys that, really that can fit the mold to what we're trying to do. And I think at this point, we've been hiring those guys, and we finally got the right stable of coaches in that has Bourbon County #1 on their list, because you have to love it. I mean, you can't have 1 foot in and 1 foot out and expect change to happen. You got to love it, and any coach that's listening to this will understand where I'm coming from too. And that's just like even in production and stuff like that. If you're not all the way in, it's going to show. And I think we finally got that stability of staff that wants to be here, that wants to see change, and that's not using Bourbon County as a stepping stone.
Yeah. So your part as a head coach, what do you think like some of the pressures are to either get the kids to play at the next level, or something like that?
I think the more pressure nowadays is honestly, getting kids to play at the next level is the easiest thing possible. I know it seems like it's harder to a lot of these coaches and things, but to me, I create people around me to make my job a whole lot easier. That's one thing I learned from Philip Haywood was, hire guys that's going to make you look good. It's not going to be you, and always remember that you don't know everything. I get taught by my assistant coaches every day. I get taught by my players every day. But I mean, that's the easy part, is the recruiting. I think I would say the most challenging part in coaching would be getting the parents to understand the process, and getting the parents to understand that if a coach allowed you within their program and understand their program, they're not hiding anything. So what I do at Bourbon has worked out very well for me, and I haven't had any parent craziness or anything like that. What's worked out great for me is I close my practice off to the public. I open it up to my parents. We assign a contract at the beginning. We don't talk about playing time at all, because you're going to come to that practice. I'm going to play the best there is. And you're going to see if your son is going to jump in and get that rep or they're not. You're going to see, we can go back and watch film, see who's winning these one-on-ones. You see what I'm saying? So now that child can't come home and manipulate me or them. I got the tape. So it literally worked. It works great. And I've had some that we go back to the tape if something come up that just look at it and be like, I can't believe I come in here. And I've had some that it's blind to it. So, but it's worked out. Right. He didn't do that. But and I'm watching some, but he's not even here at practice. So they're like, I think that's him. Nah, that's Johnny right there. That's not him. So, but it worked out. It works great. It works for us. It works for our parents. And the key thing to this whole thing is, if you're getting these kids into college and you're getting them opportunities, and that money is not coming out of mommy and daddy's pocket, everybody should be happy. And we're sitting good right now with 12 seniors going into the season. They all got offers, so hopefully they just let us coach them up and continue to be successful.
And you made all the parents sign a contract?
Yes, all parents and players sign contracts. Just stating that we do not talk about playing time. There's a time and a place for that. If they want to talk, if we're coming off the field, we do not address them. When we come off the field, they can address their kids in that matter. But we do set up a meeting with them, with the parent, administration, and of course the coaches and stuff to, if they have anything they need to speak on or anything like that, because, at the end of the day, we have nothing to hide. So I want the administration to be involved, myself, to protect us and myself. So, we do that. It's worked out great. Like I said, we haven't had any craziness or anything like that. And, we've been able to rebuild. And, like I say, this year you're going to see, the goldeness from what we've been doing these past 3-4 years now. You're starting to see the change. You're going to see a lot in the middle school. Terrell Roberts, he's the head coach of our middle school. We named him head coach, I think, 2 years ago or a year ago. And you're going to see, what he's doing. And he's a part of our high school staff. See, they had off-season 47 kids out. Yeah, that's huge. You know, we was getting 1 to 2 kids from our middle school program. Yeah, and you cannot rebuild. Like our numbers this year will be low because, you know, we won't get that big vocal group like we build it on until next year. So next year I think we probably get around 11 or 12 8th graders or whatever, and that's huge. And you know, and then that following year we're going to get a load. So it's rebuilding, and the things that we're doing I think has been successful.
So you think like it starts in middle school, like getting them?
Well, it starts in that youth. You know, that from that 4th to 4th grade up, and including those little guys in the flag, it starts right there. That's why we got this program we do. Like last year, our players, they referee all the games, all the flag games. You know, we host a football camp, free football camp for the kids and stuff like that too, because that's how you're going to be successful as this youth. You have to be involved in your youth or it just won't work. You know, I'm very, very involved and very interested in our youth and just trying to do certain things to make sure they're successful. And there's a gray area there because you have a lot of people that will try to shy the youth away from that also because of you got your travel ball, quote unquote, now and things like that. But you know, their school ball is still good ball right now. So
just want to like talk about you like as a person. It's just like, you know, like the first time I met you and everything. I didn't even know you was like a head coach. Just your persona, just the way you carry yourself, and just how engaging you are to people. Like what kind of, I guess, like upbringing did you have just to be like the way you are now?
Man, I've been very blessed, and I'm that person who had a helping hand, and by me not even knowing the person, I got a helping hand and I was able to succeed. So I've always been indebted in my head and just how I carry myself of being, you know, like I don't even tell people I ever played in the league. I don't, you know, it's just something that I always humbled myself because, you know, I've been to the top and I've had it taken away from me. You know, when you're in the NFL, you're making $10,000 every Thursday, and then you come in, you get cut the next day. I mean, that's you're done. You know what I'm saying? Like that's to the bottom. So I've been there to the top and to the bottom. I always said that, you know, if I ever had an opportunity to give a helping hand, that I'm always do that. And just everything that anybody else, I believe in people.
Definitely,
you know what I'm saying? Yeah, I'm a people person.
Yeah.
It's and with all this craziness going on right now is I feel that as a black male, that's just like when I approached you about coming and taking pictures and stuff for us. You know, as a black male, I see that that's a positive thing that I can bring to try to help another black male. And you know, our stigma that we got on each other right now is that, you know, we're our worst enemy. Right. You know what I'm saying? If I see you have a business over here, why can't I, if I'm in a position to help that business or help you, not help the business, just help you, give you a leg. Shoot, it may not be nothing. You was taking pictures of high school team, but that may have helped you in another way of getting better opportunities, you know. That's one thing that, you know, I feel that I'm here for in this world, is to do certain things like that, because you got other, you know, black male figures out here that talk the talk, but they don't walk the walk, and I'm the one that don't need notoriety for it. You know, I'll help someone out and you won't even know it. And that's just, you know, just me being humble, and I got a humble family. We're a big family, but we're very humble and stuff, because we know that, you know, things can be taken from you quickly.
So what do you think that is, like, you know, black on black crime, not necessarily violence, but just
it's the slave mentality, jealousy. You know, it basically it's the slave mentality that they approached on us. A lot of people don't understand that, you know, we was the one that sold our own people. And on top of that is, as you have a lot of males, and just, you know, taking my perspective, a lot of associates, I don't call them friends, they're associates that, you know, that high five me in front of my face and hi and stuff, but behind my back, you know, they're hoping for me to, you know, to lose my success. you know, they want me to fail, you know, and that's the jealousy part that comes into that. And, you know, that's a hard thing I had to figure out. You know, I had to figure it out the hard way. And, you know, and I always told myself I will never be that person. You know, and if we want real change, it's, you know, and I understand people protesting and all that, but real change is doing the things that I'm doing now. You know, helping young black men start their careers, and on top of that, helping young white males start their careers also.
Right.
You know, you can do both.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I have cop buddies that I've coached as cops, you know, and I have some that I didn't coach that are my friends, you know, and things like that. So I've always played both sides of the fence, but understood where I was at, you know, and you know, I'm not stupid, I'm not naive to what's going on in the world and things like that, but I choose to do it in a positive way, you know, because I just don't create negative energy.
Yeah. So you go with collaboration over competition.
Yeah, collaboration over conversation. That's the number one thing, and I feel if I do that, I've done my place in the world. You know, and having it, no one has done wrong by trying to give a helping hand. You know, a lot of people take it as, whoa, like what's he doing? Because we're not used to it.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, you know, you have to stay stern on it and just be who you are every day. So you can't be fake if you who you are every day.
Right.
So that's who I am, man. I'm just a happy-go-lucky person, man. I'm just blessed to be alive, blessed to be, you know, in the position that I am to just help.
Yeah.
And you know, it's just a beautiful thing.
Do you feel that you found your purpose in life?
Yeah. Oh, absolutely, man. I was searching for going through ball, and you know, and I don't tell a lot of people this, but when I was at NFL, I hated it. Like, I hated it. It was just like I was there. I was going through financial meetings, and everything was about money.
Yeah.
You know, and I'm just like, golly, like, where do I enjoy this at? You know, and I never really got to enjoy it. So, you know, I pray. Of course, I pray a lot. God is number one in my life, and you know, just to find me a direction. And so and behold, it was coaching, and I was just like, what is this? You know. And I think it was a big part of, you know, how my upcoming was, and of being a troubled teen, and getting help and getting out of the situation that I was in back home in West Virginia, and just helping these other kids. The kids that I'm most gravitated to are those kids that those people say that they can't do it, or they're troubled, or you know, or they say are mean or whatever. You know, those are the ones I guess I gravitate to. And I don't know, it's an understanding that I have for them that, you know, it's not a competition of people seeing who's in control. Right. It's an understanding, them understanding I'm really here for you. So yeah, I think I got an understanding of where I'm here for on this earth, and I understand, you know, what it takes to do what I'm called to do.
Yeah. What do you say top 5 NFL players?
Top 5 NFL. So, you know, I'm a defensive guy, but I love offense too. Number 1 is Michael Vick. I remember whenever I got offered by Virginia Tech, you know, I went on a visit as one of my hosts.
Really?
Yeah, it's wild. And
wow.
I got to meet him. I got to meet, you know, his brother at the time. He was the quarterback.
Marcus.
Marcus. He was my host, and but Mike was there.
Okay.
I remember going into the Mike Vick Walk of Fame. Used a big room, and it's his, you know.
Yeah.
And I can remember all that. I can remember meeting Lee Suggs, D'Angelo. I remember D'Angelo Hall taking pictures with his girlfriend at the time. She was white, and this is wife now. He was taking pictures with her for a Wheaties box. So I turned to my dad. I wasn't used to seeing a white person, a black person taking pictures like that. And I turned to my dad. I'm like, what? He was like, man, this is college. This is big money. You know, he's the man. And that changed my whole perspective on a lot of things like that too. That's what made me want to get out of Eastern Kentucky, you know, and see the world. You know, I went to Blacksburg, and that's what happened. But so I go with Michael Vick. You know, then I gotta go with Champ Bailey, number 2. And let's see, I gotta go with Randy Moss. Then I gotta go with
2 more.
I got one of my favorites is Barry Sanders.
Very simple.
Yeah, he was one of my favorites. I was a running back actually in high school. He was my favorite. But last but not least,
Who's the one?
I gotta go with Reggie White. I'm a big Philadelphia Eagle fan, die hard. So, and he was Philadelphia before they did some crazy mess and he got out there. But him and Reggie Brown was right there with me. But yeah, they was my guys, man, and it's kind of hard because I played with half of these dudes, so it's like I'm a more of a college type guy than anything. Because everybody like, oh man, did you see Ray Lewis at the game? Yeah, I used to play with him. You know what I'm saying? Yeah,
You don't get that excited about
I really don't, man. Like I really don't. And I understand as a professional, player. Ex-professional player at that, how it is. I played with Randall Cobb. Everybody like, oh my God, I got used to. I was like, that was used to be my little brother. You know what I'm saying? Like I used to teach him the ropes.
Wow.
And Stevie John. I mean, I could just keep naming, keep going on and on and on. And but all that stuff humbles you, man, because you look back on it, man. We was a bunch of just young kids just trying to make it through life, but it all humbles you.
Yeah, so like when they keep going and you had to stop because you got cut, like is it any kind of indie or
No, man, like
how do you feel?
No, not at all, because my defensive coordinator Trevor Lindley, he got drafted 3rd round to the Philadelphia Eagles, my favorite team.
Yeah.
He kept playing after I got cut. He kept playing, and he was one of my favorite DBs because of that. We played together.
Yeah.
And, that's my defensive coordinator now. We're coaching high school ball together. And same thing with Vincent Sweet Pea Burns. He won the Super Bowl with the Colts.
Yeah.
He got drafted 3rd round and stuff like that, man. But no, I guess it's the bond. And I guess I just don't get jealous.
Yeah.
But it's the real bond that we have, man. And I still to this day, my LB is my line brother. It's my fraternity brother. Corey Peters, he's the starting D tackle, nose guard for Arizona Cardinals. We talk daily.
Yeah.
He's one of my go-tos. I can remember, he had my son here. He had him getting in a D-line stance.
Yeah.
I was like, nah, brother, he gonna be a DB. We can't feed y'all.
Yeah.
But I can remember so much of that, man. And but no, it was a great brotherhood, and the success they had, I felt like the success I had, for the simple fact that we was always locked in and had a bond.
Right. How'd you say you got cut from the NFL?
It was one of those things, man. I hurt my knee and I ripped my hamstring from the bone, and I couldn't pass some physical no more. Once you do that, then they blackball. It's basically blackball you. They red flag you, and you're not gonna get back on. I had an opportunity to go work out for the Cleveland Browns, and I opted out of that to ultimately go and to Spokane, Washington to play Arena 1 because I was getting more money doing that than I was gonna possibly try out. So I'd rather get hurt making money than not, than going to a tryout, get hurt and not being able to make it. And I knew that I had probably a 3% chance to get back into the NFL. But there's so much money out there to be made with the CFL, the AFL, and all that, man. I already knew where and about I wanted to do, and the possibilities where I wanted to go with it.
Yeah. So I got just a couple questions. It's kind of like everyday questions.
Yeah.
So these answers to the best of your ability. So what's the first thing you think of when you wake up?
First thing I think of when I wake up is, honestly, I think of my football team. I just think of ways of how can I be better. And it's really cliche, I know, but I honestly think of how can I be better today. Like what can I do to improve our program or to make our program seem a little bit better. It's weird. Like I do it all the time. I've lost relationships because of this. Yeah. What you think what you think of me? I'm taking this route right here because we get this and he get this opportunity. You know who can offer him? So it's based I think of that, man. That's literally when I go to sleep, when I wake up, that's all I think of. That's why I know when I retire, man, I'm gonna be a boring person.
Wow. Hot or cold?
Oh, most definitely hot. Most definitely hot.
Definitely hot.
Yeah, I can get cool, but yeah, it's hard to warm up.
Yeah.
I'm from West Virginia, so I got a PTSD from that cold weather.
Belfry or Burton?
Oh, all day Bourbon County. all day. All day Boco.
McDonald's or Sonic?
Oh, Sonic.
Sonic?
Yeah, I got Sonic hot dogs.
Yeah. You say you like
the
Sonic
hot
hot dogs?
The foot longs.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not I could we eat McDonald's a little bit too much, I think, but yeah. Sonic, beyond tired of it.
So would you drink water or pop?
I prefer, and it's funny, I call it soda. But yeah,
that's another thing.
I call it soda. It's weird, but yeah, I call it. But I would drink soda because for literally the whole time I was in playing ball, I never drank it. I never put it to my lips and drank it ever. And once I tasted it, it was like I would have to go through counseling if I gave it up.
Yeah.
That's how bad it is. But I would go all day soda, all day.
If you say you was stranded on an island, what 3 albums would you listen to?
Oh, I gotta go with Take Care.
Take Care.
Yeah.
Drake?
Yeah, Drake. I have to go with Drake. I have to go with I gotta go with some Marvin Sapp. I'm a big gospel. I like gospel a lot.
You probably gonna need it while you're on there.
Oh yeah, exactly. Exactly. I'll be praying a lot. Let's see, and then I gotta go with some can I get 4?
Yeah, go ahead.
All right, cause if I leave her off, she might divorce me. So I gotta go with some Tupac. Just give me Death Row.
Yeah.
And then I got Mary J. Blige.
Mary J.
That's my wife. Man.
Yeah.
I know you listen, baby, but
probably not.
yeah,
I'll tag you.
Yeah, tag her in it, cause I'm in love with her, man.
Yeah.
She's been my go-to since I got sent my song by a girlfriend of mine in high school. Well, yeah, I was going into high school. I'm not gonna cry no more. I got sent a song by that. I was like, whoa. Wow. But yeah, she sent it to me on MySpace. Matter of fact, that's how old it is.
Yeah. So good luck with your season. What y'all got coming up in the summer?
We got several 7-on-7 we got going on. Y'all should get over to, I think, July the 25th. We have Tate's Creek coming over, and
That's at home?
yes, at home in Fairland, Ohio. It'll be at like 6:00 that evening.
Yeah.
Then we got Berea coming over that Thursday. Berea's coming over. Going to throw some with us. We're actually going to Franklin County and throw with Franklin County, LCA, and Dunbar.
Yeah.
And we're also going to GRC to throw with GRC in Louisville Central.
Yeah.
So we got a nice little schedule coming up, and we got a golf scramble July the 15th at Houston Oaks out here. We got that, and but we got a lot of good things going, man. I'm excited. We've been getting the roster, the depth charts, and everything ready to go. All the coaches is taking their rules clinic for catches, throwaways. Man, it's getting exciting. So I'm excited. Like I said, me and my son, we're about to head back to West Virginia right now and see the family, because it'll be the last time I see him until December. Yeah.
Get locked in.
Yeah, I lock in. They know that, so they understand. Like, we want to see you, we coming to you. So I get locked in, and it's a sacrifice when it comes down to coaching. It's definitely been a head coach.
Right. Yeah, well, I appreciate you coming, joining me.
I appreciate you, big dog, and I'll see you again this year for these pictures. And you got one of my favorite videos when I got the monkey off my back.
Oh, yeah.
I love that. I loved it. But I appreciate everything you do for us. And I'll see you again this season.
All right. Take a trip back.
We're gonna try. We're gonna be ready for these pizza rolls.
Yeah.
We got the best pizza rolls ever back home.